It's scary, your 20s.
Hi, I'm Danielle. I do too much. I like hair, talking, cosplay, music, art, and stuff.
Hi, I'm Danielle, your resident weirdo. Welcome to Tuesday Talks. I'm not what? A psychiatrist, a psychologist, a therapist, or a counselor. But Tuesday Talks is the series in which I give advice to my younger self. And if you hear yourself in my story, I think that's wonderful, and I hope it helps. If you didn't know, this is a whole series on my channel. Goes back way back. And I'd encourage you to check out the playlist to catch up. And today's Tuesday Talk is about the worst and best parts of your 20s. Worst parts. I feel like a toddler in a giant mech. And I'm not okay with that. School is so structured and regular and regulated, and it just has this temperature to it that you get really comfortable with. You know, every semester things get a little shaken up. But entering your actual 20s is like a semester change that never stops. It just don't stop. It won't stop. It can't stop. Your body starts changing again. No one tells you that when you're in your 20s, you're gonna go through a second puberty. I don't think it's the last puberty. Cause I was talking to my parents and stuff just keeps changing. But like, my voice got even deeper in the last couple of years. I've always had a deep voice. I'm excited right now, but I'm talking in my upper register. But my general register is around here, and I didn't used to be able to go this low, and I think it's gonna get even deeper. Especially with social media being just like a permanent part of our lives. Peacocking is everywhere, and you can feel so behind in life because it just feels like everybody's getting married and everyone's having kids on purpose now. And people are graduating and moving to all these cool places and going on these cool trips. And everyone just seems so happy and like their lives are in control. And they know exactly what they want and exactly where their careers are going. They have the exact career that they want, and their businesses are taking off, and you know, their hair is flourishing. And they're like meeting all their goals and looking fine and stuff like that. And you feel like no one else is struggling but you. Did you ever feel like that in your 20s? Or right now? You know? Everybody's lying, by the way. We're all struggling. We might not be struggling to the same degree. We might not be struggling with the same things. No one has their lives completely under control. Life is untamable. The moment you think you have everything together, give it a week. That's life. But we don't exemplify that on social media. Your feelings, at least in my experience, my feelings got more intense. It was truly a return to puberty Danielle. Just everything feels intense and like life ending and like lifestyle ending. And like everything's just the end of the world all the time. And it felt like that for just, if I'm not careful, it can continue to move in that direction. Your 20s are scary. It's a fearful time. You'll feel incredibly alone, especially in our social media landscape. I felt so alone. Then I put out the first video in these talks, and I realized how very not alone I am. Make sure you sound off in the comments. You're not alone. You've never been alone. You're still not alone. And you'll never be alone. I know it feels like it. But you're not. Whatever you're feeling, someone else has felt it. And whatever you're feeling right now, I see you. I see you. You're not alone. But back to our list. Oh Lord. Okay. So in your 20s, the age boxes get really intense and birthdays really start to suck. They start sucking like a Dyson. I hate my birthday now. I'll let y'all know when I figure out how to not hate your birthday, but right now, I hate it. I feel like I'm at a waxing parlor and I'm just like, just do it! Just do it! I'm from America and our age boxes are super intense. 20, nah, you're still 18. 21, oh yes, it's time to party, it's time to have fun. 22, no one takes you seriously. 23, no one still takes you not very seriously. 24, for some reason people are starting to take you seriously, like all of a sudden though, and like very intensely. 25, apparently you're supposed to have your whole life together, and a lot of people are married and having kids on purpose. Okay, we went from party to parent really fast. 26, people are really starting to expect you to be like a real adult and you're just still reeling because, oh, okay, now I feel a little behind. 27, forget it. You are a full-fledged adult. 28, 29, keep getting rounded up to 30. So your 20s actually end in 27 now? This is just what I've observed in the ether. But like younger 20-somethings and teenagers expect like 28, 29, and especially 30, which is apparently the 30-somethings think that 30 isn't a 30. They think it's an extended 20-something. They expect everything to be just neatly in all these perfect little boxes. Like, okay, I'm an adult and I have everything under control. But then you actually ask a 30-year-old or like an early 30s or a late 20s person, hey, what should I expect? And they're like, what's been happening? And you're like, shenanigans? And they're like, doesn't stop. So yeah, the age boxes, and I'm not kidding, really ignite my anxiety. I don't like being put in a box. Don't put baby in a corner. Nobody puts baby in a corner. These age boxes are very damaging in my experience and my friends' experience, and I think the larger community's experience, just because life doesn't actually work on a timeline like that, and it never has. But I can't think of a decade more defined than the 20-something era. Of course, I'm a 20-something, so it's probably a biased opinion, but be quiet. I think a direct issue with these boxes and these strict timelines is that there's this deep fear to express your struggles, because if you're, I don't know, 26, 27, there's this really intense pressure on you to be dating seriously, like seriously. If you are monogamous and believe and want marriage, you know, there's this really big pressure on you to like, hurry up, find your soulmate. Like, oh my God, I've been trying to do that the whole time. But then if you're like 20, 21, 22, and you feel like you have found your soulmate, people are like, oh, you don't know what you feel. You're basically a child still. And they demean what you really believe in your heart. It's tough. Another thing is that it's hard to express when you're struggling, because people expect certain things from you at a certain age. And so there's this big fear and shame and stigma around still being in the struggle with something when you're supposed to be past it. But like, how do you get past it without expressing it? Mostly you don't, unless you're fond of suffering and silence. The isolation plus the suffering and silence plus the feeling behind plus the frustration plus the anxiety, it's so much that eventually you express one little struggle to one close friend, and the floodgates erupt. I remember distinctly the first time I said anything, about the struggles I was having. And when I tell you, she and I talked for 6 hours straight. Girl, I love you. Thank you for opening the floodgates with me. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing. Because that was the beginning of understanding that I'm not alone. And everybody, that's why I made this series. That one conversation. You're not alone. Eventually, you have to do something about the things you're feeling or the things you're struggling with. You will surmount them. You have to come up with a plan and enact it every day to rid yourself of this struggle. The joint complaining, it makes new friendships stronger, and it makes strong friendships diamond strong. I have made already friendships that are lifelong. Girl, I'm looking at you. I see you, girl. When are you coming on my channel, girl? Other girl, you're already on my channel. When are you coming home? Let's hang out. They were already gonna be lifelong. Now we're gonna be DMing in the afterlife. This is where the hardest work I have ever had to do has come into my life. And I'm not talking about career. I'm talking about long, hard looks in the mirror. I'm talking about every single insecurity I've ever known and new ones that were created coming to the surface and attacking my life. I'm not being cute. They attacked my life. Like my livelihood, my ability to function, my mental health, my relationships, my friendships, my partnerships, everything I have never known about myself has come out because this arena of my life is so challenging. But I'm so much better of a person now. And I'm still not perfect and I'll never be perfect. But I'm so much better for the struggles. The struggles made me a better person. I don't think you ever fully will know exactly who you are because you change. But these 20s that I've had have taught me more about myself than I have ever known. It's laid the foundation for how I communicate with myself and how I communicate with others and what I want and what I'm willing to tolerate, what I'm willing to kick out of my life, how to stand up for myself, what to do when I'm uncomfortable. Oh my god, I'm so stressed, but like in the best way. You probably are nodding along right now. Are you in a library like trying to hold back your tears by any chance? Apparently that's a very common viewer experience. Oh my goodness gracious me. It's gonna be okay. If I can do it, you can do it. I guarantee. So in the comments, let me know some more worst and best, because that's not all the worst and best. And if this pops off, I'm gonna do some more. Y'all want some more? Then like and share and watch it a few times, because, you know, if the interest is there, I'll do it. Let's say 50,000. I'll do some more of these, alright? I upload on Tuesdays for Tuesday Talks, obviously, and Saturday is StarPuppy versus Something Saturdays, which is my hair care segment on the channel. Like this video, it really helps me out. If you're interested in my new merch, it's limited time only. Check it out. And I'll just see y'all when I see y'all. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. This has been me, Danielle, your resident weirdo, StarPuppy, signing out. Say it with me now. StarPuppy. Away! Hey!
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you enjoyed the video.